How's it going? It's time to talk about an art house type film called The Color of Your Body's Tears. It's done in like the same sort of context as a Giallo film from like the 70s and 80s and stuff. Yeah. It's released March 12th, 2014, starring Klaus Tange, and is directed by Helen Katzet and Bruno Franzeni. And yeah, they've done some other things. Most well known for Amar, Myrrh. And they also like produced like Let the Corpses Tan, and they also directed a segment or two in the ABCs of Death. So yeah, those are what they're more well known for. They're still up and coming, you could say. So yeah, but basically, The Color of Your Body's Tears is an artistic um, film where it has a pretty generic story. It's basically a guy comes home from a business trip and realizes his wife is missing, and he has to try to find her. And he's plagued by like dreams and stuff, and he's trying to figure out what actually happened to her. And he goes on, and you see the perspective from a couple different people of where she could have gone and what could have happened to her. So yeah. So overall, this film is super colorful, just like a giallo film. And it definitely has an quite the art house vibe to it. Every depiction from someone else is basically a different form of filmmaking, almost, and stuff. Like someone's like edited very interestingly with like jump cuts almost the whole time, and some of the kill scenes and stuff in it are pretty interesting looking and pretty unique. Also, I do want to say this is a Hungary or a Belgian production, I think, and it is filmed in French. So, yeah, it's subtitled, but there's not very much dialogue in this, though. Most of it is just like the visual representation and the colors of that represents different things in the story and that. Overall, this film is pretty slow. The pacing is a little bit grueling to get through, and you kind of have to pay attention quite a bit through this film. If you let your mind wander a bit, you'll lose where you are, and it becomes a mess. And so, yeah. So if you're not a diehard art house fan, um, this film might not be for you. Like it wasn't really for me, anyways. So I can see how people were saying that, and now I understand it. But overall, I thought this film was okay. It's nothing new. It's definitely quite the more art house look than they actually like try to focus on a cohesive story. Also, that you could tell they had so many ideas and they tried to put so much uh, stuff into it, level homages and stuff like that, where it basically becomes a convoluted mess for most part, and it doesn't like progress the story at all. Some of it slows it down quite a bit. Some of it's just pointless, and overall, it wasn't that interesting. I thought it was very basic story that they took, and it made it an art house film basically. They tried to do like a giallo like style and do homages to that, which is respectable. But overall, that was besides that, like there's not much to it. There's nothing really there. It's just a whole pile of. It looks like a whole pile of like 1920s type films put together, both like some odd dialogue shoved in there and stuff. So it definitely the writing aspect really needed work in this. The acting and stuff seemed pretty fine, and but overall, it wasn't for me. The Color of Your Body's Tears was a pretty boring, dull film from my perspective, anyways. And yeah, I do respect like the homages to the giallo genre and stuff, but that was the big selling point, and basically that's what they just focused on, and then lacked everything else. So yeah, with that, I'm gonna give The Color of Your Body's Tears 1.5 out of 5. It's okay. It's definitely more suited for the art house crowd and the film festival crowd um than like diehard horror fans stuff like that. I think you have to be very just if you watch this, make sure you pay attention, or else you'll have no idea what's going on. if you look away for 5 minutes. So, yeah. But that's what I thought of the Cut Everybody's Tears. What's your opinions? I'd love to hear about those in the comments down below. Also, make sure if you never heard of this and you want to check it out, there's a trailer link down below in the description. Also, my Instagram's always linked down below, where I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story. So make sure you follow me there to stay in the loop. Also, I had the title and a hashtag for fun, so I'm trying to find it or guess, or just if you're curious to see what I'm up to, follow me on Instagram. And yeah, also I put the subgenre of film on there too, because it's something you're not interested in. But yeah, make sure you like this video, share it if you really want to. Yeah, if you have any films at all that you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below too. I'll try my best to get to them as soon as I can, and if I can find them, make sure you subscribe, because you never know what the hell I'm going to talk about next. Don't even know right now. So yeah, but yeah. Also, you can find this film on Shudder. This isn't sponsored, but if you really want to see what I'm talking about, it's on Shudder. So also, when you're on there, look for in the review section, look for my name with no spaces. That's my first opinion right after watching it. I usually do that. So yeah, but until the next one, hopefully it's a better film than this. So yeah, which it probably will be. But yeah, so till the next review, cheers.